Hello, everyone. I'm Alpa Shah, your host for this podcast show. This podcast is all about bringing together all the inspiring voices around us. So, join me as we explore new ideas, real stories, and everything that sparks creativity and growth. With a note of experience and new ideas, today I'm very excited to welcome our special guest, Vishakha Bhuta. She also known as One Teaspoon Love for Instagram. She's a food critic, a recipe creator, and a travel lifestyle influencer. She began her journey as an influencer 10 years ago. Welcome, Vishaka. Hi,
Hi, Alpa. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm
Welcome.
good. Fine. Thank you. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
Most welcome. It's our pleasure as well. So, Vishaka, when I was reading this introduction, and when I was saying this, so I found this means I'm very curious to know the name of your brand is One Teaspoon. So first of all, I would really love to know why this One Teaspoon name, as well as before that, if you can share little more about yourself, so our viewers can get an idea ki who is Vishakha and how this teaspoon created.
Sure. Thank you for the question. Ever since I was young, as a child also, I loved food. I loved trying different food, going out and eating. That time we didn't have a lot of restaurants around, but it was more of street food, smaller joints. So my father was a traveler. He used to travel a lot for work. Whenever he was in town, he used to make it a point to take me out, for pav bhaji or Chinese on the streets. So that time, Chinese, chatai pav bhaji was very famous. So that's where my love for food actually began. And I also loved making new dishes and, creating different dishes at home since I was in school. So as I grew, that love for food grew with me. And my mom always used to tell me that whatever you do, always do it with heart, do it with love. So when I was thinking of, making my own page on Instagram, when I was thinking of different names to give, I thought of this thing, and that's how I came up with the name One Teaspoon Love. That whatever you do, whether it's cooking or anything, just one teaspoon of love is necessary. So that's how the name One Teaspoon Love. And coming to the second part of the question, that a little more about me. So yeah, that was my childhood. And when I grew, like when I was in college and when I was working, I used to explore different restaurants in the city every weekend, try a different cuisine. So that's how I started exploring more world cuisine, and then I got married. I moved to China. I've lived in China for 7 years. I
Oh,
moved back to India only 8 years ago, like 8 years back. Then I came here for my son's education, and I settled back here. But even when I was in China, even though in spite of being a vegetarian, I survived China for 7 years.
that's
I used to
surprising.
eat only veg food. Yeah, I used to eat only veg food there. It's not that you don't get vegetarian food. You do get, and also if you know the language, it's much easier to communicate. So we used to get vegetarian food made. So that's how I explored more like different world cuisine in China itself. So in China, you will have authentic Korean, Japanese, Lebanese, absolutely all kind of Asian cuisine, which are authentic. So there I explored a lot, and that's when the last, I think, just this last 2 years before I moved back is when I created a page, One Teaspoon Love on Instagram, and I started blogging there. So yeah, that's more about me, and how everything started.
So, in short, I can say that your life journey's recipe is made by a childhood, your father's, that things where we used to take for the street food, then your interest in food, weekends, visiting the restaurants and trying new dishes and explore. as well as your China trip, China stay for a couple of years, where you're trying to being a vegetarian, where you are trying to find a new cuisines with the vegetarian options. Because being a vegetarian, as you rightly said, if you know the language, it's made it easy. So your life's recipe is made with all these ingredients, I would say like that. So that one
Yes,
teaspoon from everywhere you have added in your life. So I really
yes,
like this.
that's put very well actually. That's how it is, yeah.
So I might be have give you a very good definition of your life.
Yes.
So that's thing is ki when you start with any new initiative, it could be anything. It could be your a business or any job or any even household work. When we start learning, always we get some problems and maybe a success and everything. So what was your initially means initial years journey when you have started this, specifically when you have really started with the Instagram? Why I'm talking about Instagram? Because you are a more on Instagram. Social media made everyone's life so easy who is into a creative or something, because that's one platform you can reach mass people instead of
Yeah.
a typical target audience. You can reach a mass audience. So what was your initial journey, I would like to, or rather I can say our viewers like to know.
Yeah. So since I started this whole journey 10 years back, 10 years back, if you ask 50% of the population that do you know Instagram, do you know what food blogging is, nobody will be aware. This whole influencing thing and blogging thing was not very in, or not very popular then. So when I moved back to India, my husband was still back in China. It was only my son and me that we came back, and we were staying with our in-laws. So they used to see me all day on my phone, like, full day I'm doing something on my phone. And initially, I had to put a lot of work and make a lot of sacrifices, in the beginning to reach where I am right now. So it was a lot of time given on Instagram, but they did not understand because this whole, as I told you, this whole Instagram and social media thing was not popular, and nobody took it as like that seriously or as a career that time. Things have changed now, but then it was very difficult. So as a very common problem in any household, or like, they did not understand, so they kept telling my husband that she's always on the phone, she's not doing anything, that way. So they did not understand, but luckily my husband is great. He supported me a lot. He saw that finally it took time for me to monetize what I'm doing. It took me a couple of months, but then once he also saw that I'm monetizing it, I'm earning through it, that's when he started supporting me more for this entire journey. And then slowly, when I started getting famous, known, like I did a lot of interviews. So then that's when my in-laws also saw, okay, like this is not just anything. She's not like really wasting time. She's earning out of it, and she is getting famous. So that's slowly, even they started understanding. They and then they also started supporting me, towards it. So yeah, initially it was very difficult, it was very stressful. I had to make a lot of sacrifices, but you can't get anything in life if you don't work hard for it.
Yeah, that's true. When our surrounding people, especially our loved ones, if they fail to understand or they don't understand what exactly what we are trying to do, because somewhere we are also struggling to set up ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so when they are not able to understand and you don't get that support or positive things from there because you're staying with them. Okay, not only specifically in-laws, anyone in family, whoever it is. That's You gave example of your in-laws because they are there, but if anyone who see you every day, who are waking up and sleeping with all the time by seeing you, that things, definitely that problems come. But I the best part is ki your husband understood, our partner understood, and then you got that support which helped you to make them understand, because that's another, because he was able to make them understand ki whatever she is doing, maybe it takes time, but she will definitely doing right things. So when that was the path was clear, I guess the your recipe was creating bubbling. Your food item was getting bubbling slowly, steadily. It was not just on a slow flame. It was taking a I'm talking about your language only. So it started getting, so that's really and there you get that boost, there you get that relaxation, and somewhere a peace and emotional also support from your loved ones, and
Yes.
that helps you to come up with more ideas, that helps you to go ahead more with the confidence. So that's really nice that, though initially you had a little tough as you did a lot of sacrifices, but that paid off, I guess now. That
Yeah.
is worth it of that time. That time, if you just now think about that those days, so you might be thinking, I have passed those things, So that surprised us also, okay, we have gone through and we have, without stepping back. Okay, leave it, I won't be able to because I'm not getting support. You didn't step back.
Yeah.
Firmly took your decision ahead. So that's
Yes, yes, I did not
commendable and
give up.
appreciate.
Yeah.
I really appreciate for your that courage and your that strong nature. That's really nice. So that tell me one thing, Vishakha. The one thing is like that your journey started and everything. So what is the current scenario of the this industry?
Uh, so to be very honest, the current scenario is very difficult actually. If you see, it was not that difficult then because there were very few bloggers, there were very few creators. So we all, whoever started like 10, 11 years back, we call ourselves OG creators. So that whole OG creator community is very small. It's not very huge. We all know each other. Even today when we meet, like, we all know each other. But when COVID hit, during COVID, a lot of new creators came up. People were sitting idle, free at home,
Husbands
didn't know
became
what
a
to do.
creator. Can you believe husbands become creator?
Yes, so everybody suddenly became a creator during COVID, and in that, what happened? There was Instagram changed its algorithm, so everything went haywire for the OG creators. Like we went down, and all these new creators came up so quickly. Like if we've taken like 6 years or 6 months to 1 year, to get somewhere to a point, like say 10K followers, they got it like instantly in a month and two. So, so currently, if you see, like I was 5 years ago, I was on 50K. And even today, I am just around that number. I haven't grown a lot. Yes, I have those same loyal followers even now, but I am not growing in sense in sense of those followers because everything changed during COVID, and all these new creators, because people wanted to see something different, something more fresh. They're like more creative, so they rose, they grew up. So right now, if we say, the situation is a little difficult for all the creators from my time, because today we should have reached a million, but we are still around the same number what we were like few years ago. So yeah,
It's a
it
side
is
effect
like
of COVID, I guess. The side effect of
life and death. Yeah, effects, after effects of COVID for
yeah,
us.
after
But
effects of COVID. Because COVID, so I can say that COVID didn't affect only on the health and mental, but also affected on us as
yeah,
businesses as well.
yeah,
Yeah, but that's fine. See what happens, Vishaka. Somewhere some saturate point comes of any business, and
yes,
new people are
I'll
coming.
agree.
But I would say one thing, though those new people came, but I'm sure they will not have they don't have that patience. They don't have
Yeah,
that,
they
you know,
don't have
uh,
the patience, they don't
exact.
have the knowledge, they don't have the experience.
So that
So even
you
today,
have, or your time people have those, that took you. You said Naki, you took a couple of years, a couple of time to span of time to reach 50K. Okay, but these people who just instant noodles types, they reach out. They don't have a patience to maintain their,
yes, yes,
the creativity. You guys have a scratch till end the process. They don't have that scratch till the end. They just did the high jump. Okay. But
Yeah.
for that high jump, the workout, or you can say warm up, that you guys have done. So your
Yes.
market is still there. Maybe it is for some time, I believe, as per a viewer, I can say that, because I also, scroll a lot. So when I see that, so as per my view, as your, I can say, your follower types, you will be sustained for a longer years, but these newcomers will not be if they are not maintaining or they are not keeping patience for that. So chill, you will also get that time back again. Your followers also get increased, you
Yeah,
will
we are
transform.
still hanging in there, like, trying every single day. But things have obviously changed over the
Yeah.
years. Before, I used to have that time, stamina, energy. I used to post every single day at one fixed time. Like, if I have decided I'm going to post at 10 a.m., I used to post every single day at 10 a.m. No matter what is happening to me, but my post will come that time. But after a couple of years, obviously it changed. I took a break, I slowed down. Now I don't put content every day because then I have to look after my mental health. My son is growing, so there
Yeah,
are other
so
responsibilities.
responsibilities, priorities, everything has changed. So that's
Yes,
fine.
yes, priorities
So
change over the time, over the period of time.
now I don't know, is this a right question or not? But still, I'm asking that after your story, that you have saw that phase where you took a time. Now you're seeing the not your competitors, but the same people who are working on the new content and all. So can anyone take this influencing?
Absolutely, anyone can take the influencing. That's not an issue, uh, but I feel that you need to have a niche, you need to have knowledge about something, and you need to be very good at it. Anyone can take up, say, cooking, fashion, anything about lifestyle. But then you should, have that
Consistent.
creativity, you should have that knowledge, and also you really have to be good at it. Because if your content is very mediocre, then you won't attract the right kind of audience. You will not grow the right way. So influencing is not difficult if you know what you want, you are focused on it, and then you have to be very consistent about it. So yes, anyone can take it up as long as you have the skill and knowledge for it.
So, as you said, ki you after some time of your struggle of your started journey with this kind of influencing programs and everything. So, how can it helps to a homemaker to earn? Because there immediately no one can get no one can see
Yes.
the returns, but in returns when they start getting, so how it helps to the homemakers? How it works?
So I was a homemaker myself. Like after I got married, I used to work before that. Yeah, to tell you all, I am an interior designer professionally.
Oh.
Yes, but so interior designing and food was always my two passion. But I picked up interior designing as work, and I thought like I'll follow food as my passion. So I after I got married, since I moved to China, there was no scope of interior designing. So I started my food journey there. Like I started making things. I used to host pop-ups. I used to bake cakes and sell. So that's how, sitting at home, I started doing something. But yes, any homemaker can start a journey like this, can start influencing from something small at home. But yes, the returns will not be immediate. Like, not always, there are exceptions, but you have to be patient, you have to wait. And as I said, you need to have that skill, you need to be good at something. So if you think that you are good at something and you can make money out of it sitting at home, or then definitely you can start. So even if you're selling some clothes, so now you see so many people selling clothes on Instagram. There's so many things sold on Instagram, so you can just pick up one niche you want, and you can work on it, and you can explore that. And I'm sure at some point of time you will start monetizing. But yes, you need to be very consistent. You need to work hard on it. You will need support of people to help you get there. So it's actually a very good way to just monetize for women sitting at home. I see so many, not just young but even old ladies now actually creating YouTube videos or doing recipes and everything on Instagram, and some have done so well. They've grown so much. So yes, it's a great thing for homemakers. You all should definitely try something like that.
Thanks for this encouraging, motivational things over there. Here for the maybe those who are, thinking, but they don't have a courage, or they don't have a knowledge, or they don't have that kick to start, because someone need to
So
push little
uh,
sometimes.
you don't even need like a huge setup. You just
I
have your
know.
phone, that one tripod, and you just start. That's how I started. I started in my old house, with where my in-laws lived. It wasn't like a huge fancy house or well done kitchen, but I started like the old kind of gas. Also, I started on that, and it's okay. And then obviously once you grow and you learn, you will learn every day. You will learn something. All those issues and troubles that you have while shooting content will make you stronger and will teach you more. And then that's how you can make your setup better. But yes, I started with just one phone, and now today finally I still shoot content all on my phone. But yes, now I've taken an iPhone finally after 10 years to shoot like better quality content. But yeah, so you just need a phone and you just start.
That's really thing, because that's what I said. Sometimes people are not taking that step because they think there is a huge investment, or I don't know how to make a setup for this thing. When you specifically when we talk about the food, because food is just not only to showing that thing. It has to be cooked. You are showing the preparation, the post, pre, and the while cooking, everything. So you need everything to be well done. But as you said, you started with very small and basic things, and then learned out of that, yeah, how to improve the angles, how to improve the positions, and the cooking skills and everything. So this is all about, I'm just curious after listening to you so much, any incidents or any comment or any feedback you have received on your chat box, or any your fan or followers, when they saw your recipe and they tried it, because what is the best reward or earning for anyone when they sell a product or service, when they get a appreciation or a good feedback from their followers. So would you like to share something, any incidents you remember?
Yes. So I'm really grateful for that. With God's grace, I have never received a negative feedback on someone trying my recipe out, because I never scroll through Google to find recipes and recreate recipes. I have been very honest with my food, with my recipes. Whatever I do, whatever comes from mine, whatever ingredients are there in my refrigerator. If I'm making pav bhaji, suppose I'm making a pav bhaji and I don't have, say, capsicum, or I don't have some vegetable, and instead of that, I maybe have carrots, or I have like bangan. I will use that and create it. So I don't stick to, no, this ingredient means it has to be this ingredient. I explore. I will use whatever's available with me. I've even made pizza with tenli and gawar and these kind of vegetables for my son, and he's eaten it happily. So that's me. Like, that's how I do. And then people have tried my recipes. They have tried pav bhaji without capsicum, without onion, because my son was allergic to capsicum.
Oh,
Like, I used to avoid using it. So I used to add carrot and beetroot instead. So people have tried it, and till now, I mean, whatever recipes they've tried, people have appreciated and they have liked it. So there are no like fixed measurements. Also, I always do it like just andaz say. But yeah, when I'm writing a recipe to somebody, I'm giving it, I will give them like an approximate measurement that you use that. But touch wood, I have not heard like negative feedback. So
really nice,
yeah, that
because
I'm really grateful for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
see,
only hear negative feedback from my husband. That's it.
he is the first critic. Always we get first critic from
Yeah.
home only. Like always say, charity begins at home. So criticism also begins with home, I believe. So
Yeah, like
always
all the experiments are done on them first. So
poor guy. I pity on him. I'm sure he will see this and he will, at least he feel okay. She noticed that "Ki, I was the victim." So that's good. So before we wrap up, any tip or message you would like to give to our people, to our viewers?
yeah. So just follow your passion. If you have a passion about something, food, fashion, any product, even people do like knitting or writing, anything. People use Instagram or any other social media as a medium to, bring it out to the world. Fine, maybe you don't want to monetize out of it, or your end goal is not to monetize, but you can still start something like that. This will also keep you busy. It will improve your creativity, and who knows, you could make a career out of it in the future. Also, when you do something like that, being consistent and honest to your work is very important. You need to be consistent. As I said, for the previous 4 5 years I had been consistent. That's why I grew to 50K. Now I'm not very consistent, so I'm not growing further. So that consistency is very important. And also with consistency, also don't do like something very half-hearted or shabby. You put your 100% in anything you do. Always add 1 teaspoon of love when you do something. So yes, that is very important, and I think that's the biggest tip anybody would need to start a journey on social media.
That's wonderful tip, I would say, and I would also look for कि 1 teaspoon one day. 1 teaspoon will participate in Master Chef. I would
I
like
have,
to.
oh yeah, I sorry, I haven't, I did not mention this, but I have auditioned for the 6th season, I think, for MasterChef India. But
Okay,
obviously, I didn't go through in the question answers round because they wanted drama, and I refused to give drama on screen.
okay,
So I did not go through it. But that same year, I was invited as a top blogger guest judge for the finale episode. And yeah, so I was on
I have
television.
to see that link open, and I have to check you over there if it is shooted and it is already
Yeah. So
published.
after that, every year I have got calls, to participate, but I tell them that no, it's not my cup of tea because I cannot work under pressure. I've seen how they shot, like, because we started at 7 p.m. We finished the shoot at 2 a.m. in the morning. Those people were there till 7 a.m. They winded up everything. So I'm like, no, I can't do this. I need like, to be very relaxed and, be very happy in the kitchen and not work under pressure.
Okay, so I was thinking like I can wish you for the master chef, but you have already been. So I'm late to wish you for that. So that's really nice
Thanks.
to know that you got that chance also. See, a lot of people don't get that chance, that opportunity. Doesn't matter winning and losing and continue through that, but at least to reach that level where people are calling you for their big, platform. That's commendable. Appreciate for that. So that's for today. Well, that's a wrap up for today's show. And if you enjoyed this episode, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel and share it and spread to the world. Well, remember, your journey is unique and every step you take matters. Until next time, this is Alpa signing off with love and light. Thank you, Vishakha, for your precious time with us and sharing your story, your journey, which motivates our viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.